Hey guys, Dave here from Easy Country Cooking and Cooking Share. I got a hankering for ribs, but I wanted them quick and easy. So I decided to make me up these stovetop, creamy, cheesy ribs, and they came out absolutely incredible. You gotta make these, so let me show you how to do it. Alrighty, we're gonna get started here by pouring about a cup of pineapple juice over top of a pound of ribs, and I got these ribs on sale actually, which makes things a whole lot gooder. And I mean, who doesn't love pineapple juice? Follow this with a quarter cup of soy sauce, and I'm using low sodium here, but you can just use the regular. Then a couple of teaspoons of the old ground black pepper. And that's about the extent of our marinade, guys, and it doesn't get much simpler. Then of course grab up the old tongs and mix everything together, and if you have lots of time you can let this marinate for an hour or so, even overnight, but I'm going to use it right away. And these are already looking pretty darn good, guys, and I should add that these are pork ribs. Okie dokie, next up we're going to add some oil to a pan over medium-high heat. Grab up those ribs and toss them in. And we're going to fry these up in batches until we get a really nice sear on them. And this should take you somewhere in the neighborhood of, I'd say 5 or 6 minutes, as you're flipping and flopping and searing away. But I have to admit that ribs are one of my all-time favorites. What about you? Leave me a comment below and let me know. So once these guys are all seared up, we're just going to go ahead and set these aside on a plate. Alrighty, in the same pan as the ribs, I'm going to throw in half a small chopped onion, 3 cloves of garlic, yeah, you just have to have garlic, and then a small sliced up tomato or tomato. Grab up the old spoon and stir and saute here for a few minutes until that wonderful smell of onion and garlic fill the air and that tomato gets a bit soft. After that, in with a couple of tablespoons of ketchup, the good old Heinz or whatever you have on hand. Of course, that marinate the ribs were in, you just can't be wasting that. Once again, a stirring we will go until everything is nicely combined. And while doing this, we're going to bring it to a boil. After a boil, just add a little more liquid. I'm going to go in with half a cup of water. I mean, you could go ahead and use pork stock or beef stock too. Now, you probably guessed it, my friends, we are going back in with those ribs. I don't know about you guys, but I'm beginning to get hungry already. So after those ribs are in there, what you want to do is slip a lid on this and let them simmer away over medium-low heat for about 15 or 20 minutes. After about 15 or 20 minutes, just look at these guys. Don't they look absolutely spectacular? But we ain't done yet, because now we are going in with a small chopped up red bell pepper. You can use green too, I just like the sweetness of the red. About a cup of frozen peas. You can use fresh too if you have them on hand. And to make it really creamy, about half a cup of marbled cheddar cheese. Now you can use old cheese too, or whatever the cheese you like. You can even add more cheese. Of course, give everything a stir around till it's well combined and that cheese melts in there. And oh man, this is looking good, and it is going to be so cheesy and creamy and yummy. And we are pretty much done here, guys, and there it is, our stovetop creamy cheesy ribs. I mean, life does not get much better. So let's go ahead and plate these up. Oh my goodness. And I mean, of course, if you're anything like me, you got to put a whole whack of ribs on here. And yes, I know we've got to put some of that sauce over the top with those peas and bell peppers. And isn't this looking good? I mean, you could call this a rib feast. And you know what, guys? You grab these up and bite into them. They're incredible. They're tender, they're creamy, they're cheesy, they're everything we set out to do and even more. And if you do make these up, drop me a line, leave me a comment, because I love reading them, and let me know. And most of all, like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Stay safe, and we'll see you next time.